Good day. Today is November 4th, 2024. Tomorrow is our 2024 presidential election and also the general election in the United States, where the people elect their representatives to Congress and state legislatures, and in some states, their governor. I'm Shahin Rahim. Sam Buban and Joe Buban are on a special assignment. Welcome to the Pulse. Tomorrow is a big day for Americans to exercise their privilege to elect their country's leader. On top of the ballot is Kamala Harris for the Democrats and Donald Trump for the Republicans. But according to Matthew Dowd, who was part of the George Bush campaign in 2004 and many other elections, as a data analyst from the various states that had early voting, and many that shows more Republicans did early voting this year than in any other election. Available data from different states shows evidence that many of these Republican voters are crossover voters. What does that mean? In his interview with Ben Meiselas of the popular legal podcast Midas Touch Network, he explained that these Republicans, there is evidence that voters who are registered Republicans were voting for Kamala Harris. Among Republicans who the so-called never-Trumpers, young Republicans whose parents were traditional Republicans, the non-MAGA Republicans, the women suburban voters, and the college-educated Republicans. Sample exit polls obtained from the different states and varying localities show that these groups mentioned voted for Kamala Harris and not for Donald Trump. These groups in the Republican Party not voting for Trump had grown in numbers from 2020 that made President Joe Biden win in Georgia and Arizona. Matthew Dowd, in the similar interview, mentioned that national polls by at least 7 reliable polling organizations has Vice President Kamala Harris polling as +2, +4, and +3. In the national polls for president for the past 12 months, and historically, that kind of poll numbers had been steady for past 2 months and had not changed during the last 3 weeks before the election. What other numbers that are out there showing a different data are polls that favor specific candidates, depending on the political leaning of the pollster and who commissioned it. Matthew Dowd spoke about North Carolina as an interesting case in this election, where the signs show a close race, but Kamala Harris can squeeze her way into winning. And since North Carolina will be among the few states that the voting closes, it will also be a signal and a trend for the rest of tomorrow night, when returns start coming in and TV networks will start calling the winner of the state by state. Here's our final installment on our series, The Road to 270. For our viewers of the Pulse here and abroad, let's get a clarity on how an American president is elected. U.S. citizens who vote in this election, their votes are counted as one vote for whoever candidate they picked, and that vote becomes part of the popular vote. But popular vote alone does not elect a president. Their vote is counted on the state where they reside, and whoever wins the popular vote in their state, the number of Electoral College vote assigned to that particular state is awarded to the winner of the popular vote of that state. As an example, the state of Nevada is assigned 6 electoral votes. So if Kamala Harris wins in Nevada, that 6 electoral votes is awarded to Kamala Harris. If Donald Trump wins Arizona popular votes, Arizona's 11 electoral votes will be awarded to Donald Trump. Electoral votes are allocated to all 50 states, but the numbers assigned to the states are based on the most recent U.S. population census done every 10 years. Our most recent is the census of 2020. There are 535 total number of electoral votes for a presidential election. Anyone who reaches at least 270 wins the presidency. We'll take a commercial break. Stay tuned for where things stand as we show you the prediction for Kamala Harris and Donald Trump on the electoral votes.
For 30 years, Sharifa Wahab has called Las Vegas, Nevada home. A healthcare worker loving mother, and a passionate philanthropist. Now, Sharifah is running for State Assembly in District 35, committed to improving elderly healthcare funding, an advocate for a better education, and will work to bring in more Filipino teachers to our classroom and ensuring the safety of every Nevada. Vote Sharifah Wahab for Assembly District 35. Sharifah Wahab for Better Nevada.
Pure Medical Equipment provides top-notch quality medical supply equipment. Whether to rent or buy, Pure Medical Equipment and Supplies has it all.
Pure Medical Equipment is committed to serve and give back to Southern Nevada.
We deliver medical supplies and rentals to your door.
I want to tell you about my mom, Hanadi Nadim, and why she'll be a great assemblywoman. Mom is happiest serving others. It's one of the things I admire most about her. She'll work all day in our family's business and still be there for my siblings and me. She has this amazing ability to bring people together and find solutions to hard problems. A vote for my mom, Hanadi Nadim, is a vote for an assemblywoman who cares about people and who will never stop working for you.
From the Telly Award-winning creator of Love and Karma, Legacy, and Ultra Feminist. Underneath the bright neon lights of Sin City, where fortunes are won and lost in an instant, and the truth can be a bit hazy. Join Elena, a hardworking single mother, her hot-headed son Miguel, and Gabriel, a Filipino pop star on the brink of international stardom, as they embark on a journey of self-discovery, love, and the courage to find one's voice and speak the truth. Made to Shine, coming soon. Presented by Philam TV Network. Written and directed by Giovanni Espiritu.
To keep updated or for more information, visit philamtv.us/made to shine or scan the QR code to be added to the email list for updates and upcoming opportunities to be part of the show. Executive produced by Sam Buban and Esmeralda Padilla Gould.
Welcome back to The Pulse. Where do things stand right now for Kamala Harris or Donald Trump? Based on multiple surveys from different polls, Kamala Harris is now at 226 electoral votes, and Donald Trump is at 219 electoral votes. But there are still 98 electoral votes from just 7 states that the race is still close or a toss-up. Those states that will determine who will be the next president is Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. If Kamala Harris wins Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, she reaches 270 electoral votes and will be the president of the United States in January 18 next year. If she loses in Wisconsin, Kamala Harris has to win Arizona and still make it to 271 electoral votes. That's why these 7 states have been dubbed as battleground states. In a most watched governor's race in the election cycle, all eyes are on the governational contest in North Carolina between the controversial Republican lieutenant governor and a well-liked state attorney general who is a Democrat. This is one likely place where the governor could remain a Democrat. The incumbent governor, Roy Cooper, is term limited and is no longer running. But in the Republican side, Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson had angered a lot of North Carolinians as divisive and continually attacking women's rights to choose, and had considered himself as a black Nazi. On the other hand, a Democrat state attorney general Josh Stein is campaigning on women's right to choose. Among other things beneficial for the state of North Carolina. As of October 29 polls, Josh Stein for governor is at plus 16 average on multiple polling. We're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll be joined here at the studio with Cynthia Moore, who's running for Nevada State Assembly, District 11. Please stay with us.
For 30 years, Sharifa Wahab has called Las Vegas, Nevada home. A healthcare worker, loving mother, and a passionate philanthropist. Now, Sharifa is running for State Assembly in District 35, committed to improving elderly healthcare funding and advocate for a better education, and will work to bring in more Filipino teachers to our classroom and ensuring the safety of every Nevada. Vote Sharifa Wahab for Assembly District 35. Sharifa Wahab for Better Nevada.
Pure Medical Equipment provides top-notch quality medical supply equipment. Whether to rent or buy, Pure Medical Equipment and Supplies has it all.
Pure Medical Equipment is committed to serve and give back to Southern Nevada.
We deliver medical supplies and rentals to your door.
I want to tell you about my mom, Hannati Nadim, and why she'll be a great assemblywoman. Mom is happiest serving others. It's one of the things I admire most about her. She'll work all day in our family's business and still be there for my siblings and me. She has this amazing ability to bring people together and find solutions to hard problems. A vote for my mom, Hannati Nadim, is a vote for an assemblywoman who cares about people and who will never stop working for you.
From the Telly Award-winning creator of Love and Karma, Legacy, and Ultra Feminist. Underneath the bright neon lights of Sin City, where fortunes are won and lost in an instant, and the truth can be a bit hazy. Join Elena, a hardworking single mother, her hot-headed son Miguel, and Gabriel, a Filipino pop star on the brink of international stardom, as they embark on a journey of self-discovery, love, and the courage to find one's voice and speak the truth. Made to Shine. Coming soon. Presented by Philam TV Network. Written and directed by Giovanni Espiritu.
To keep updated or for more information, visit filmtv.us/made to shine or scan the QR code to be added to the email list for updates and upcoming opportunities to be part of the show. Executive produced by Sam Buban and Esmeralda Padilla Gould.
Welcome back to The Pulse. We got Cynthia Moore with us. She's running for Nevada State District Assembly 11. Welcome to The Pulse.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
No, thanks for coming, taking the time. Before we jump into the questions, if you can tell us a little about yourself, please.
Yeah, certainly. A little bit about myself. I'm Cynthia Moore. My family, like so many families in Nevada, immigrated here from a different country. They came here from Mexico when I was just a baby. We originally moved to California. That's where my parents thought they could achieve the American dream.
For sure.
But they quickly realized that that was not going to be a possibility, and they moved here to Las Vegas. My mom also had family in Las Vegas who were working in construction, and this was early 1990. And we moved here to Las Vegas when I was 8 years old. So we've been here since I was a little kid, and we moved around everywhere here in Las Vegas. I went to 4 different elementary schools.
Oh, man.
But we moved into Assembly District 11 when I was just 10 years old. We moved to the apartments right by Rancho High School. And eventually my parents were able to save up enough money to buy their own home, and they liked the neighborhood so much that they wanted to stay in the area. And they bought a house just a few blocks away from the apartments where we were living, and that's where my family has lived there for a little bit over 30 years. That's where I have lived, and my brother was born in the district. Now I get to raise my son in the district as well.
Thank you. No, thanks for sharing that. Since I know you're very familiar with the area, if you can kind of tell our viewers where District 11 is, like landmark-wise.
Yeah. So if District 11 is a very unique district. It covers parts of downtown Las Vegas, primarily Fremont Street, the Container Park. It covers a little bit of the Arts District north of Charleston. It also has Symphony Park, which I like going to watch some of the plays that they have there. That's where the district ends, but then it goes all the way down to Charleston and Lamb. And it covers a little bit of North Las Vegas as well.
So it's it's spread out everywhere.
Yeah, it's spread out. There's about 72,000 people that live in that district.
What issues in Nevada concern you the most? And if you can tell us about that, please.
Yeah, certainly. I knock on doors every single day, and I've been doing so since March, just because I know what issues are important to me, but it was important for me to hear directly from people that I hope to represent in Carson City. Yeah. The number one issue that they always bring up is housing. The district is a majority renter district. Over 70% of the people in Assembly District 11 are renters. And that's one of the biggest issues, is that they're not able to buy a house, which is one of the American dreams that a lot of people have, is to be able to build generational wealth that way for their families, and they're unable to do so because of the high cost of rent. That's one of the issues. The other one is also the economy, as well as the district is made up of young people. The median age is 30 years old. So when I'm talking to a young person, someone in their 20s or someone that's turned 18 or 19, they bring up climate change as well as reproductive rights as one of their biggest issues.
I understand. Now, I can relate to that too, when it comes to housing. I hear that from a lot of people, locals here too. Mm-hmm. And what is, when it comes to other, you mentioned about housing, you mentioned about the reproductive rights. What kind of bills would you like to see in the, in the coming legislature?
Yeah, one of the things that I have found as I'm knocking on doors is that people have been living in the same house for over 2, 3, even 5 years or 10 years, and they're doing a month-to-month lease. And by doing a month-to-month lease, their landlord is increasing their rent every few months because they don't have that annual lease that prevents them from doing that. And also they feel that because they have a month-to-month lease, they don't have any protections. They can't push back when their landlord doesn't want to fix their AC because they don't have that contract. So I want to work with our state and our state legislature to make sure that we're providing protections for people that do have a month-to-month lease, and preventing from having a landlord
them being evicted.
Yeah, getting evicted just because they really want their AC to be fixed, especially when we're hitting 120 degrees during the summertime. The other thing is, last legislative session I was very involved with Senate Bill 427, which would have created protections for outdoor and indoor workers exposed to extreme heat and poor air quality. I know that OSHA currently is working through the regulatory process to provide protections for people exposed to extreme heat, but they're not working on the air quality piece, and that's also important because as we're seeing more wildfires, and also, I mean, just here in Las Vegas alone,
temperatures are already
yeah,
ridiculously high. Yeah.
yeah, and also we get a lot of smoke from the wildfires in California. I want to make sure that people are able to do their jobs safely, and they're able to go home to their family members. So certainly I want to work on the air quality piece at the state level, since OSHA is already working at the regulatory level to provide those protections. And then the other thing that's very important to me is I'm a huge supporter of question 6, which is the reproductive amendment that would go into effect if everybody else votes for it. I'm a huge supporter of reproductive rights.
No, thank you. I can tell you're very genuinely compassionate for the Nevadan residents in terms of housing, and like you mentioned about the indoor outdoor challenges too. So we're short on time, but if there's anything you would like to share with our viewers.
I just want to remind people, I know every campaign, every election year we say this year it's a very important year, go out and vote, but this year there's a lot at stake for all of us, not just here in Nevada, but for the rest of the country. If you are a citizen, please go out and vote. And for those of us that are citizens, it is up to us to make sure that we vote even for our family members that may not be able to do so. We are their voice, and we certainly should go out and vote. If you didn't early vote, you have Tuesday where you can still go vote in person, and you can go to any voting location in the city.
Thank you. We will leave it at that. Cynthia Moore, candidate for Nevada's Assembly, District 11. Thank you for taking us time to speak with us today, and good luck on the race.
Thank you.
To our viewers, please join us again next week here at The Pulse. Thank you for watching. God bless you.
Enjoy Film TV Network on KGNG 26.8 Las Vegas and www.filmtv.us. Search for and download Film TV Network in Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Download the WCE TV app from smartphones and search for Film TV.
For 30 years, Sharifa Wahab has called Las Vegas, Nevada home. A healthcare worker, loving mother, and a passionate philanthropist. Now, Sharifa is running for State Assembly in District 35, committed to improving elderly healthcare funding, and advocate for a better education, and will work to bring in more Filipino teachers to our classroom and ensuring the safety of every Nevada. Vote Sharifa Wahab for Assembly District 35. Sharifa Wahab for Better Nevada.
I want to tell you about my mom, Hanati Nadim, and why she'll be a great assemblywoman. Mom is happiest serving others. It's one of the things I admire most about her. She'll work all day in our family's business and still be there for my siblings and me. She has this amazing ability to bring people together and find solutions to hard problems. A vote for my mom, Hanadi Nadeem, is a vote for an assemblywoman who cares about people and who will never stop working for you.
We use headphones as a part of our everyday lives. Whether we're at work, getting exercise, meditating, in transit, studying, practicing, or relaxing.
Hi, I'm Ryan Sway, the founder of Aircom. I would like to introduce the world's first wireless airflow audio earbuds. As a festival and a concert junkie, I really enjoy the live experience of being there and feeling the music. When we started developing Airflow, our goal was to reproduce that live experience using earbuds.
The problem with traditional headphones is that the speakers are located inside of the earpiece, literally giving you centimeters before the audio hits your eardrum.
What Aircom is doing, they're the first company to actually address the fact that there needs to be a space involved associated with having the sound waves expand fully.
The difference between traditional headphones and Aircom audio is that the air tube gives you 8 times more space, allowing the sound waves to fully develop before they actually hit your eardrums. And this gives it a much more live, natural sound, just like in a recording studio.
It's real nice that someone actually addressed the physics associated with how sound comes out.
The challenge we had was to create an earbud with enough airspace for the sound to fully develop and breathe. Unfortunately, traditional earbuds are about the size of a jelly bean, and there's just not enough airspace. However, that changed when we developed Airflow Audio. Airflow uses an air tube to deliver 6 to 8 times more airspace than traditional earbuds. The end result is a true live listening experience, just like you're at a festival or a concert. We also added magnets to the back of the earpieces so you can wear it around your neck when you're not using it.
Being that the drivers are 8 inches from the earpiece, the magnets do not affect the integrity of the sound at all.
The orange line represents the frequency transmitting through the wire to the speaker, which then converts to the blue sound wave that develops more as it travels up the air tube, producing a balanced, full body and live listening experience.
Another really cool feature is that these earbuds are sweat-proof and water-resistant because they're coated with a super hydrophobic nanotechnology. So now you can be on a skateboard or riding a motorcycle and listen to music as if you were watching a live show or actually in a recording studio.
We're coming to you for help in bringing these unparalleled earbuds to market.